Thank you all for being here today. Appreciate all that y'all do. I understand that as a general matter, every agency would like more money. I've never found one agency that is not interested in having more money. So we get that. That's sort of a constant. But we just got through discussing, separate from the money, you just got through discussing with Mr. Kelly a way to innovate and to use money more wisely and time more wisely. And I'm sure that there are 100 more examples that we can find. Some of those you can implement, and some of them we have to do legislatively. I would encourage you to, if there's ever, through the proper channels, of course, but if there's ever an opportunity to innovate and to do better, and where we have to do something statutorily, let us know, because we certainly want to facilitate that. And I'm reminded of the hearing when we talked about the 1976 accounting system that Social Security has. So clearly there's room to improve there. But I wanted to ask you about how you communicate with representative payees. What is the range of ways? I assume obviously mail and phone and all, but very specifically, how do you communicate with these representative payees, and what improvements do you think that we can be making in our ability to communicate with them? Because it would seem to me that the more frequent communication you can have with people, the more of a check, or the better the quality of the service. Could you comment on that, please?
Sure. Thank you for the question. And so our first interaction with the rep payee is at the point in time when they're applying to serve as the rep payee. And we use that as an opportunity to make sure that they understand, before we actually appoint them as the rep payee, that they understand what their responsibilities are and what their obligations are to SSA in that capacity. Once they are appointed the representative payee, again, we have another conversation with them about roles, responsibilities, expectations. And then we provide to them a point of contact in the field office to whom they can go and direct questions if indeed they have any. Obviously, when we are conducting our on-site reviews, that's another opportunity to engage the rep payee. And again, instances of misuse is very rare, and so, but there are other issues that may arise during those reviews. For instance, perhaps commingling of funds, not reporting overpayments, and again, that's a teachable moment that we utilize to engage the rep payee to remind them of their responsibilities. And obviously our partner here, NDRN, they're the boots on the ground. They are interacting with the rep payees as well. And so we try to utilize not only our face-to-face opportunities with them to engage them, to answer their questions, to provide training to them, but we have our partners here, NDRN, as well. And just one further point is that we have developed quite a number of training materials for the rep payees to utilize, be it pamphlets or brochures. We have a very informative website that they can go to obtain information as well, to understand their reporting obligations. We've interacted with many of the advocate groups to help us disseminate information to the rep payees, in addition to trying to get more individuals to volunteer to serve as rep payees. So we try to utilize all of the resources and the networks that we have at the state and local and the federal levels to educate the rep payees, but we rely primarily on our face-to-face interactions at the local level.
And do you want to add to that?
The face-to-face interactions are critical. The information we get is information that was given to us by Social Security. We go out and then do the additional follow-up interviews with the rep payee as well as the beneficiary, and then we report back to Social Security as to where we think they need additional follow-up. So yeah, the face-to-face stuff is absolutely critical.
And I apologize if I missed this earlier, but what sort of filtering or background checking goes on here? Anything at all in terms of criminal record or drug tests or anything like that?
Right. We don't do that. That's done when they apply for the rep payee program through Social Security.
Okay, so that all, can.
Right, and so as we talked about earlier, right now we're relying primarily on self-reporting. We do have information available to us about whether or not the applicant is currently imprisoned or whether or not they're a fugitive felon. But we have been working with Senator Casey to try to get some legislation passed to grant us access to the FBI's National Crime Information Center information. We've not had any success there, but we are working currently with LexisNexis Accurate to receive criminal history data, and we will be utilizing that information on a pilot basis within the next few weeks just to verify the type of information that we're receiving and basically verify that against some of the information that's being self-reported.
I mean, it's not quite an employer-employee relationship, but there are a lot of analogies,
Sure.
Certainly. Looks like I'm out of time, Mr. Chairman. Thank you for having this hearing.
The British call it a sticky wicket. Thank you.